that happened, we were able to really take off. That was last February. So we have completed the approaches on both sides. We've cast
Welcome to the observation deck overlooking the world-famous Hoover Dam.
That really opened up a lot of work on the arch for us because we had to have the deck in place in order to put the temporary pylon towers up above
over the railing, you will see the tallest concrete dam in the Western Hemisphere.
The tallest columns that you see right here above the base of the arch, they are almost exactly
78 feet across the base.
That's how many feet?
that would help.
It looks so
I'm not sure it does do that.
like an upside-down pyramid. This massive arched gravity structure contains 3,250,000 cubic yards of concrete.
So the tallest columns right above the base of the arch are almost exactly 300 feet tall.
The thickness of the railroad is
temporary towers above the bridge deck that have the cables on them are about 160 feet tall.
Nearly as thick as it is tall.
All of the columns are precast, including the temporary towers up on top, the cast in a yard on the other side of Boulder City.
From here, you can see Lake Mead behind the
deck. The bridge deck itself, the girders are steel.
It has a storage capacity of 9.2 trillion gallons of water, enough to flood an area the size of Connecticut.
The columns are all 6,000 psi concrete. The arches are 10,000 psi concrete.
Below the face of the dam, you can see two
the information sheets we've been handing out have a little bit of stuff on the back about how we're doing the concrete. We have our own batch plant on site that we started almost a year ago.
This allows Hoover Dam to operate without the use
a typical mobile plant, but it's above a hand mixer to centrally batch every load. That gives us exceptional quality. We don't need a lot of volume. It's rare that we go faster than 24 yards an hour.
This is where the water drawn from hundreds of feet below the surface of Lake Mead spills out through the turbines and flows
The concrete is being placed. This isn't placing rooms that are mounted on the arch ribs a couple of segments back from the leading edge. We have a concrete pump right there at the hairpin turn that we just take the trucks directly
This is
to.
called the takeoff structure.
On the Arizona
From the
side,
takeoff structure, the
we have
wires
a
carry the
concrete pump on
electricity
a
up
platform
over the
at the
canyon
very
walls
base of
at
the arches.
230,000 volts.
That concrete pump we have to feed
Cantilever
with
towers
8
that
cubic
support
yard
and
buckets
direct the
stored by
wires
the
lean
pool
into the
itself.
canyon to ensure the wires do not touch the walls and cause a short circuit.
The Nevada arches are
Looking
exactly
downward,
halfway
midway on
out.
the canyon wall, we
The
will see
travelers
a
are sitting
rectangular
on
concrete building
segment
with
13
six
and
holes.
26 right now.
This is a valve
The
house.
Nevada, Arizona
There are
arches
two
are
valve
one
houses,
segment.
one on each side of the canyon.
About 12
Each
out.
building contains two 90-inch gate valves.
We had a
These
really
valves
good
allow
week
us
this
to
week. We
discharge
passed 4
water directly
segments.
from the lake,
Our
bypassing
typical
the turbines
cycle
we ever need.
is around 2 weeks per arch segment.
Above the valve houses, stretching across the canyon, are 6
Each segment right
3.5-inch
now
diameter
is about
cables.
25
Following the
feet
cables
long,
to the
plus or
right,
minus
you
a
will see
foot.
the
It
lifting
depends upon where
mechanism
you're
of the
at.
crane supported by the cable.
There are
This is
temporary
an original
cable
crane for
stays
construction
every
of the
other
dam.
segment from
It is
here
the
on
oldest
out.
and largest
As the arch
continuously
flattens out
operating
towards the middle,
eight-way crane
about
system in the world.
6 segments,
With a lift
instead of
capacity
one
of
pair of
150
stays
tons.
at every other segment, you'll
The
have 2
crane is
pair of
used
stays
to
at every
deliver
other
large
segment.
equipment from the road to the powerhouses.
There's nearly 2 million feet of temporary cable in those temporary cables that post-tensioning strand. The let's see,
Looking at these
the
canyon walls, one can
number
marvel
of stays, I think there's
and
184
skill
total.
of the
when
fearless
all said
men
and
who
done.
perform some of the most dangerous
You can
undertakings.
see on the Arizona side, you
These
see a lot of slack in the back
high
stage, just
stands,
install those
swung
on
from the top of the canyon walls by a single rope on a small chair, drilling, blasting, and chipping away at
When
the
will
rock.
they touch?
They work the
The
walls to
expected
their
closure of the arches is this fall. We're looking October, November, depending upon a couple of cycles we have to do at the end. They'll race out. I think you'll see it by summer. They'll almost be all the way out to the middle, but the closure sequence itself slows us down. We have to do some things to tie the arches together side to side, and then also we have to start taking the form travelers off.
precast too? Or?
All of the arch concrete is cast in place.
Cast in place.
All the way out.
How do you manage the shrinkage?
Thank you for visiting one of the top 10 construction achievements of the 20th century.
The shrinkage,
Feel free to stay and take all the pictures.
because it is a compression arch, it pretty much takes care of itself. It's in our model. We've overcame the bridge a bit by quite a few inches, of course. And as the concrete shrinks, it'll start forcing its way down. And the creek should come right out of it. Shouldn't be an issue. Each of the segments is around 75 cubic yards of concrete right now, so it's not a tremendous amount. They're hollow boxes, but it's very difficult placement. Getting a bit easier now that it's flattening out, but it also means we're getting farther away from the pumps too, so that'll be one of our challenges coming into next summer. During most of the year, 8 to 9 months of the year, we have to cool the concrete with liquid nitrogen in order to keep it at our maximum curing temperature of 155 degrees. The nitrogen works wonderfully expensive too.
So those inside the structure or every truck?
We cool in the trucks themselves before it comes out. I've gotten to spend most of my nights in the summer over there. We have to take the temperature in the trucks down to the high 40s, and then by the time it's placed through the placing system, it's usually around 60 degrees. Once the arches are closed, we have to do all the superstructure work above them, which again will take every bit of a year. We've got precast columns every 6 arch segments. You can see where there's some temporary work platforms underneath the arches. That will happen every 6 segments, and that's where the spandrel columns come up. Those are really complicated segments. They have 50 to 60 yards of additional concrete inside the segment. The rebar, in a typical segment, we have 28,000 pounds of rebar. Those segments, about 70,000 pounds. When you figure that out, pounds per cubic yard, it's in the neighborhood of 600 to 700 pounds of rebar per cubic yard. Yeah, on the drawings, it looks kind of black because there's not a lot of room between the lines.